Trey Benson will not play. Will Hernandez will not play, and Walter will not play. Everybody else will see how this next day goes. What do we got?
With Trey Benson, does this seem like a potential long-term shutdown for him?
One day at a time.
Okay.
Is IR a possibility for Walt?
One day at a time.
Have you seen Marvin back on the practice field? How's he looking?
He's looked good. He's looked good. I was laughing with him yesterday. He's got to get his wind back, but I think he moved around well. He's doing well.
How is that different than is that different at all than a regular injury in terms of your progression, back onto the field?
Yeah, I mean, you got to trust the experts with that one. You know what I mean? So, but our guys do a good job. I mean, we reach out on every injury, but that one, I don't know if I've ever been around a player that had that, but just talk to all the experts and see what they think, and then there's a natural progression. It goes into return to play. He's having a good week so far.
Coach, I've seen Walter have some pretty cool individual moments. I'm curious, do you see him as the kind of guy who juices the whole operation around, like does the whole D-line play a little different when he's out there with him? Have you noticed that, or is it too early yet?
Probably too early to see that. I think he has done some really good things when he's been in there. And his play style, how disruptive he is, whether he makes the play or not, that can afford other guys some opportunities to make plays too. So, he's this very disruptive player, and he makes the unit better. He makes the defense better, and he makes the D-line better.
What's it been like game planning for Vita Vea this week?
Hard. He's a really good player. I mean, he really is. When you watch, he's been doing it a long time, but what sticks out to me is how savvy he is, obviously his skill set, but then how smart and instinctive and savvy he is. It's like, why did he switch his stance on this, 1st and 10 in the middle of the game, and it's a, scat, which 5 out, pass, So it's like he went from a run call to on his own, just knowing that it was pass. Like you see that show up a lot. Just a really smart, disruptive player that's always in the right spot. And his stamina too is big time. He plays a lot of downs for him. He makes that thing go. He really does. He's a really good player.
With a guy like Isaiah Adams, obviously he was playing early, Mo comes back, he's not playing, and then kind of moving back in there. Do you find a guy like that, does he take motivation from having the chance and then now having to come back in? Do you want him to have motivation from that, or should it be about the process and what happens?
Yeah, I talk to all our players, but he's just excited about the opportunity to go play, and play well for us, and play the brand of ball that he wants to play, so he's excited about the opportunity.
Are there areas that you've seen him develop since, September?
Yeah, I honestly think consistency of technique, and the mental part. The mental part, I think he's taken a jump here the last month.
Is that the type of thing, the mental part, where game reps and actually see, because he had a great training camp and all that, but actually seeing it at live action for 5 weeks, is that maybe where that makes the biggest difference?
Yeah, you guys know what I think about game reps. It's the best form of learning. So, to go through that, have some adversity, learn from that, learn why those things are happening, and talking to him, as he's gotten back into the lineup, we had a good conversation of, I think, what he needs to focus on and what he needs to do, and I think he got him back to center and kind of neutraled out, if you will. Just play your game.
Brissett had mentioned this would be like the 4th time he's gone against Bulls defense. How much does that help a quarterback? Where does that help a quarterback, especially against his schemes?
Yeah, Todd's going to have new stuff for him. So I guess it can. He probably knows that better than me. I just know I mean, Todd is one of the best, in my opinion. He's going to have his staples, but then you see wrinkles every game. And, the wrinkles that he has, he's doing it for a reason, to try to take away what the offense does really well. I think so. His wrinkles aren't let's just do this. Like we're going to do this because it's going to make them play left-handed, so to speak. We're going to definitely have to adapt in game. I know that. And we're going to have to handle certain things and certain looks that are going to be new to those guys, our whole offense. Coaches first, then the players. We're going to have to handle those in game, or he's going to make it a long, hard day for us.
Coach, you expect to have Will back this week?
Hernandez.
Johnson.
We will see how it goes today. I thought he had a good day yesterday. He was moving around pretty good. So we'll see how it goes today.
Can you speak to the impact he has on the defense?
Yeah, I think he's a really good player. We got to see him out there. But he's done some good things. There's no doubt. And I think honestly, yesterday probably was his best practice as a Cardinal. I would say that. Just the detail, how he was, playing certain calls, what he's seeing, as I would call it, accelerated vision, know what's coming, when it's coming. I thought he had a good day yesterday. But Greg, he's a good player. You know what I mean? And he's got a lot to learn too, being a rookie and missing a couple games, he hasn't hit his ceiling, but I think he can impact us in a positive way.
With Todd and all the stuff that you were talking about earlier, I don't think you faced him as a head coach. I guess I feel like that's a thing that people talk about a lot, right? You haven't faced a guy unfamiliar. Is that overblown, the effect of not having faced a guy versus having experience against a guy?
100%.
Why?
Really doesn't matter, me versus Todd, or me versus the other head coach. I just, studying Todd for a long time, being a defensive guy and studied, his different defenses, different places that he's been. And I just remember getting on the bus when we would play him and the offensive coaches being like, what was that? Seriously. You know what I mean? Like literally, like you're on a headset and you hear guys saying like, "What? That we haven't seen that." Like, and that's been consistent throughout my career, whether he was a defensive coordinator, head coach in New York, whatever the case may be. So, I got a high level of respect for Todd. But yeah, the head coach versus head coach thing. I mean, it's the team versus the team.
JG, obviously not the record that you guys want right now, but how, I guess, excited are you to really kind of just figure this thing out? You guys get another week to kind of figure out the details.
Yeah, that was my message on Wednesday. And obviously this is probably my favorite week of the year, unless you're in the dance. Grateful to play a game, and because we get to do what we love to do, so. Grateful for the opportunity to go out and practice and prepare the way you need to prepare. And then the competitor in me, you want to go out and play football, and you want to go out and compete and win. That's what our focus was this week.